Hello there, my name is Dulayne and welcome to Dulayne Movaro's Point of View. Don't know what episode number this is, but it's a new one, probably the first of the year. No, it's not, because I did others. Feminism, labels, attitudes, opinions. What's going on? I don't understand. If you're a woman, you're allowed to show your boobs in certain contexts, and I'm thinking of Emma Watson. But then a girl gamer can't show her cleavage because, well, you're just using your cleavage to get noticed on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and all the kind of arguments that come in, like, you should go on Chatterbait because you love to do stuff like this and you want to use your body as a way of making money. It's so funny. This world is just really, and I'm going to be honest, this video is not scripted because I just kind of want to see how things go, how I feel about things when I'm talking about it, and hopefully it makes sense. I just don't get why there's such a double standard, and I'm getting fed up with these terms like feminism and other words. I haven't got any that come to head right now. But what, it's like I've got a friend, and I think the problem with feminism and the way people, in my mind, abuse that idea, like, oh, you're not a feminist, you hate women because I can't do what you see me doing because you have that opinion. It's like, what? Seriously? And then I lose track of what I was saying. This whole thing just smells of, well, let's use this label to make people feel guilty because, well, they don't fit the standard, they don't fit the mold, and, well, you know, just because that person can get in. It's like, I feel for this one friend I've got who, she's someone I've met online, just like friendship and stuff, but she's trying to do a charity drive. It's like it's a 10k run in Birmingham coming up the end of April for Huntington's disease, and the way she feels is like, how can I put this? I hate quoting things. This is a very awkward subject for me because I know feminism, LGBTQ, and all this kind of stuff, all these different kind of things around gender and sexuality and stuff. Not that sexuality is involved, but you get what I mean. It really just causes a lot of trouble. It's like she believes that, you know, because she's not pretty, because of this, because of that she's not going to get any attention. And, you know, it's the one thing that I see a lot of the time on YouTube and Twitch, which is argued, well, you know what? I can't believe it. These girl gamers get their tits out. They don't get their tits out. I'm exaggerating, by the way. They're doing all this and they're abusing the fact, but at the same time, it's like, well, at least in my mind, that person or people who use their feminine wiles to an advantage, short of prostitution, is, you know, fair play. And I think the problem is, let's just turn it around on its head. It's all about, like, the people who want to say this kind of stuff are the people who aren't so successful. And it's like, if they put more thought into what they were doing and actually, you know, got off their high horse, they could, one, have a better life and enjoy it, and two, probably be more successful in what they want to do. I just really have grown up over the past few years, or probably over the past 6 months, just coming to terms with, you know what, forget what's going on around me. I'm never really going to be right or wrong with an opinion on stuff like this. If someone wants to do a certain thing, then that's what it is. You know, people enjoy that, and let's face it, not everyone who watches you know, these kind of things are, you know, doing it because they want to hopefully get a nice little boob slip or these reports of like vaginal slips and stuff. But I don't know, I just don't really think feminism should be around. At the end of the day, a woman should be able to do what she wants to do within the realms of the law, as much as a guy should be able to do what he wants to do. You know, but it's like, well, let's just, I've done this, but no one likes it. I'm going to say you hate women, or, oh, you're a black guy doing this and you shouldn't be doing this, and you're racist and all this kind of stuff. It's like, the world's just too short. Life's too short. The world's as big as it is. I don't know where I'm even going with that. But yeah, anyone else kind of feel the same? Like we're just going down this deep hole of labeling everything, and, you know, if you don't conform to a certain standard, I'm going to spend all my time in the world just talking about how you are this and that you should not be doing this and you shouldn't be allowed to do all this. It's like I was watching a documentary, and don't get me wrong, child porn and all that kind of stuff is wrong, But when you see in certain cultures, in, for instance, say Japan, they've got the girl cafes. I forget the terminology for it, but the idea is I'm a 29-year-old man. I can walk into this place and I can book a table with a 14, 15-year-old and have a nice conversation. And to them, it's completely acceptable. It's like, I don't agree with it myself personally, but I think we all rush too much to become SWJ social, the SJW, social justice warriors, and go, well, I'm looking from outside. I don't understand your culture, but I'm going to call a spade because it looks like a turnip to me. It's like, I think I just don't understand the whole need of the human characteristic of, well, if I don't like something, I'm going to call it out because why not? It's like, it's good to see that other side now that YouTube, for instance, are finally, they've actually quickly come out and talked about this whole, what's it called, restrictive gate that was out since 2010. That's kind of bugged, that it was blocking some views about like people coming out to be gay and stuff. And I think there's enough space in the world to, be comfortable with people being, able to explain about how they want to do this and how they felt like when they turned gay and stuff. I think it's a stupid world where, you can't go around and talk about these kind of things. It's like, I'm a depressive person. Well, I used to be depressive. I have depression and stuff. Well, I've dealt with it. And it's like, I'm not scared to talk about it. But it seems like, even though the attitude is kind of getting better, people still feel like, oh, it's a taboo. We shouldn't really discuss it or something. It's the same about anything else. Like, I think people are getting more comfortable with talking about how they discovered they were gay or they like to cross-dress or whatever. I think this world, the ecosystem is completely screwed, and I don't think, the way it's going is in the good position. It's just everyone seems to want to, and I get it, everyone wants to become a bit selfish, look after things around their world, but, at the sake of someone else's life and enjoyment and rights and respects, I just think it's sickening, that there's people out there that do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not naive. You're never going to get rid of it. It's like, we all know there's people out there who look at women as sex objects and like, she got an STD, and well, it's her own fault for not using protection. That was a thing that I heard the other day. It's like, I was vented to my friend about it. It's like, well, it's just the way it is, and it's horrible. But the problem is, there's so many people in the world's growing so quick, that I just don't see how, unless we can just get everyone to listen at the same time and force them to agree, like, get the reverse of the Men in Black pen, where they make you forget things, just make everyone realise what's going on. Unless we can find some way of doing that and just getting everyone to change, I just don't know what's going to happen. Racism is rife in the country, especially in the UK at the moment, because, the people who are not on the UK, all the refugees, they shouldn't be here and stuff. I think everyone deserves the right, or has the right, and should be respected to have the right to, want to better themselves. But I don't know. I just really don't. This video could go south really quick. But yeah, I don't like to talk about this kind of stuff normally. This kind of video for me is kind of a test. I really want to try and talk about subjects that I feel, kind of get to me. And like over these past few weeks, especially now that I'm in a different environment at work, when you're more exposed to, the ins and outs of life and how everyone's shopping and seeing what's going on and kind of getting insight to different ways of life and thinking, it's kind of really just made me want to open my mind and see it's like, if you want to be a certain way, that's fine, but I just wish that we'd just get on with it and be more open. It's like, I really feel for this person, because the way people are, it's like they can't be straight with someone and go, well, I don't want to donate or anything. Why don't you just pretend not to see it or something? Don't make false promises and ruin things for people, because we're just programming ourselves for failure. Just if you see someone who's in need, just give the support. If someone's struggling a bit, pick them up if they're falling down. And don't just be the person that wants to be friends when they're going out for a couple of drinks and you've got a chance to get drunk with them and blah, 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 blah. Be that person. Be a better person. But anyway, I hope you kind of enjoyed this little points of view video. And yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you here. And thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure what gameplay I've had in this, but I hope you've enjoyed it. But yeah, for now, this is Dulayne signing out. Don't forget to comment on what you think of the world. Did my video make sense? Do you enjoy these unscripted videos, or should I just keep on making Let's Plays? Thanks guys for watching. Peace out.